Hello, folks. We were going to the CURD operation part of a SpringBoot project. We have defined the model class employee, and we have made the repository in our previous section, and we are having the main class demo CURD application also. Now we are will be making the controller class. Here this is directly we go with the coding part. We jump into coding now. So we just build a package first of all, and name as controller. This controller is having one class which will be named as employee controller. Employee controller. Now this class will be having uh, uh, at the rate REST controller annotation, as we all know that. Then it will be having request mapping. So request mapping it will be having. So here we will be map that how it should be. So EMP should be the abbreviation for this. So we have defined the realistic path here, EMP. So after this, now we have a few values which we have created, just like we have created employee repository. So we define the employee repository. Private employee repository, and we auto wire that past. So auto wire here. Now, after auto wiring, our controller will see that he wants to gather all the information of the employee. So, how it will go. So, we make a method public list employee as employee was our model. So here we can get all employees, employees. So here we can get the list of all employees. So uh, if we are getting the list of employees, then we can return it. So employee repository, we are having employee repository and find all method, and it will get the list of all the employees where in the. So what this is getting, this is get mapping. You will be using get mapping, and what it will be what it will be getting, it will be getting all employees. So slash all employees, like that. Okay. So after that, if you will see that we have another method which we can make uh, to uh, 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 basically get employee ID. If we want to get the ID of a employee which has been recruited, so that we want to find it out. So we will have public response response entity. So here we will place employee, and we want to ID employee ID we want to get. So get employee ID, and we will have the path variable here. So that path variable will be having a value which will be an ID. So you can say that because our ID was of the type long. Okay. So that is of long type, and employee ID we can say it. like this. So, uh, so we have taken this as employee ID. So now we are having this employee ID. So with respect to this, we can take this as employee ID. And now get employee ID. So how we will get the employee ID? First, we will be having our employee repository. So employee repository, and we want to get the ID. Then get find by ID. We are having the one method here. So if this method is there, and if I am having this method and I am saying or else throws method FIU for the employee class, you can say, and I want to where we will make one custom exception. So we will write like new, and we will say that resource not found exception. So resource not found exception, like that we will, and we will say that employee ID is not present, like that. And we will place the employee ID which we have placed here, employee ID. So now we have placed it, and uh, that's it for this. And we have to mention this, that what this is. So this is employee employee, and here we will have to create one exception class. So for this we will go again this, and we will create a package exception. And in exception, when we will making the package, so there we will make a class exception. So the exception class is there now. So we will mention this resource not found exception, like this. We will be mentioning here. So firstly create a class, and we will resource not found exception, this class we have made. And this as this will be annotated with the response status, because it will be our custom exception. So it will be having the status also, response status, and which will be HTTP HTTP status. It should go not found, like that. It should come, and it will extend with exception, with exception. So you can extend it by exception. And here we are having version ID. So private you can private static final, and here you can have long serial version ID, and that is one long, and that's it. So we will be having one method, public resource not found exception. I'm a bit lazy, so I'm not writing it up. I'm just copying and paste, and string message, and this message I'm having with super, and message I'm getting it. So that's how our exception class is ready now. So it's good to here. So go to the resource not found exception, import this, and now all is fine with the controller class also. So There's no where it is getting error. So resource not found restriction, super message, related problem. What related problem? Okay, okay. It has not updated. That's why I think so. Response status is so fine. So okay, return we have not mentioned. I think so. That's the reason it is stating that. So let us return it. So return we are having the response entity. So response entity. So response entity will be this response entity will be having okay message, and this will be having a body, and in this body we can have this which we have placed here, our employee. Already we have initialized it. So find by ID. Okay, here so instead of giving dot here, we give the dot here. So it will be fine. I think so. Okay. It is saying that we should get all in one place. Uh, okay. This find by ID is having should having some value now. So employee ID I have to give it. So that's the reason exactly. So now we can place it or else through. So fine. So just okay. It is fine exactly. New resource not found exception plus employee ID. So I'm getting that what's the problem it is having. Anything it is not unhandled exception. Okay, we have not handled. So here we should say throws exception, or we can handle it by throw a resource not found exception, which we have recently have it. So we will throws resource not found exception like that. Yeah. Now it is fine. So after this, we have got the employee. After we now create the employee, it means we will use our post method. Here also we have used the get mapping only. So here we have the get the ID. So we will we have used all employees only like this. We will place here and slash we want to get by ID. So now after this, we will be making, we will be creating employee. So public employee, uh, uh, public employee, and we will create employee. And when we create employee, we will be having uh, request body. So request body, and in request body we will having employee employee mentioning it, and now we are having here we are creating the employee, so we will be having post mapping, and in post mapping we will be having all employees you know, similar this we will be getting all the employee setup by this way. So now we have created the employee, so it will return basically employee repository. So uh, employee repository dot find by ID as we have taken. So so why we will take find by ID, because ID will not solve the purpose, but if we will save it, then it will be more good, and we will save the employee here, whatever the created employee will be there, that will be saved. So yeah, that's all right, that we have now created we have created the employee, and now we will update, basically use update and delete. Two mappings are so firstly we make it so public response entity and and we will place employee here, and now we have to update employee. So okay, yeah, update employee, and we will having the path variable. So that value will be ID only. So here we will place in ID, and this value ID will be long employee ID like this. So this will be having, as we are updating it up now. So that is having employee ID, and it will throws exception also, but we will get when it will ask us. So we will be having same type of thing, because here update is having, so update will happen with respect to find by ID. So this will be same for us. So we will cut, copy and paste, and we will throws resource not found exception, and now its update is its update call. So from where it is getting the things, it is getting the things via this employee. So when we update the employee, so employee dot set first name. So so it will our employee repository will give or not employee repository, employee details exactly should give it. So we have to mention somewhere employee details also. So so that we can have it here. So what we will do, we will add one comma, and we will have response. We will have the response body. So give it uh, response body we will be having, and this response body will be having employee details. So employee details like that. There's a one method exactly in the response body which is having not response body. It should be exactly request body. Response we are getting it, so it should be uh, mention it request request body like that. Now it is fine. So employee details we are having. So we will having get the things by employee details, and we will get the first name like that, and similarly we are having the employee dot set last name. So we are having employee details, and we will get the last name, and we are having employee dot set email ID. So email ID. So employee details. So uh, so yeah, employee details. So get email ID. Yeah, get mail ID. And employee. Then we will be having set description. So which will be so employee details dot get description. We are having now we have to return. So we will be returning response entity. Sorry, response entity. So this response entity will be having what it will be having that is now showing okay, and we are having the body also. So, so we are having the body. So where we will be having not employee will not be a good choice. So updated employee we will say updated employee because update employee we are saying. So here we have taken updated employee or here we will take it updated employee. So that is having uh, update employee is having public response entity which we have taken employee and we have taken updated employee. Yes. So why it is having issue with the updated employee? Because we have nothing as uh, we have updated employee because I want to make it updated employee here. So we will write final and we will have this updated employee here. So uh, and it will be having from employee. Um, I just write it employee and then updated employee and this updated employee will be coming up from our employee repository. So we just have the employee repository and we save all our data towards that. So which will be having what this will be having employee. So now that's fine. Uh, okay. Similarly, we will have for delete. So firstly, we update this as this is for put mapping. So we will be having similarly all employees and beside all employees we are having the ID. So here we are mentioning the ID because whatever we are updating by ID only, employee ID only. So now we have write a method for delete mapping. So here we will take map because map we will have so that we can track the ID. So public map we will take string and we will take boolean and we will say that delete employee like that and now this will be also having the path variable. So path variable and this will also be having value as id because whatever we will delete from id only. So long and employee id employee id and I don't think so that apart from that we need it, but we have to just import this import java.util.map. So yeah, java.util.map, and then we have this throws exception, because for exception we it should be handled. So we will be handling the exception here, and then this part will remains the same as usual. So I will not change anything here. And now we are having employee repository. Uh, so we have the method delete, and what it will be delete? It will be delete employees, which is we have taken there. So now after that it is deleting. So we have to handle that which response is deleting. So map, we will take string boolean, as we have taken response, and we will new hash map, and uh, we will have the now response. So and this is having put method, put. So from here we will be having deleted. So we will here we will be putting deleted, and we will be boolean true that it's deleted. Okay, so and it will return what it will return the response. So that's how we have now deleted the employee. So delete mapping, and it will be again the similar that we are deleting by with respect to this. So we will copying and having this. So in the next session of the video, now we have completed the controller class, and we have also made the handler class, exception class, which is custom class. So here, so uh, after that, we will now run the application in the next video, and I see you in the next video, and we will run and see that what's the result it is giving to us. Thank you. Please like and subscribe my channel. I see you in the next video.